Hello. Here, we talk about games, not just how to play them, but how they were born, how they evolved, and how some of them slowly faded away from our daily sessions. Under the name of an autopsy, we will explore their history, their rise, and their downfall. I hope you'll like it and enjoy the journey. Some games die because nobody wants to play them anymore. Others die while thousands of players are still asking for one more chance. Opening the case of one of mobile gaming's biggest mysteries. This is the autopsy of Dungeon Hunter 4. In 2013, mobile gaming was changing rapidly. Phones were becoming more powerful, and developers were trying to prove that mobile games could deliver experiences similar to consoles. I remember that year, Samsung released the Galaxy S4 with 2 GB of RAM and a full HD screen. For its time, it felt like a huge leap forward in mobile gaming. That was the moment when gaming on phones stopped feeling like a toy and started feeling serious. Around that period, Gameloft released Dungeon Hunter 4. According to the game's credits, over 400 people contributed to its development, including programming, art, animation, design, audio, QA, production, and localization. For a mobile game at the time, that was a massive production. At first glance, it looked like another action RPG. You loot gear, level up your character, collect weapons and armor. Everything you'd expect. But once players stepped into its world, they discovered something bigger. It wasn't just about improved graphics or combat. It was about atmosphere, scale, and immersion. The story takes place after a devastating demonic war that leaves humanity on the brink of extinction. As one of the few survivors, you discover you possess mysterious powers known as the demonic force, the same power used by the enemy. While many fear and distrust you because of it, this power also makes you humanity's last real hope. Throughout your journey, you battle demons, corrupted creatures, and powerful warlords, uncover the truth behind your abilities, and fight to stop a new demonic threat before the world falls into darkness once again. It's not a complex story, but it works, especially when you experience it while playing. Unlike many mobile games of the time, Dungeon Hunter 4 offered a long campaign, detailed environments, multiple character classes, online multiplayer, and fast-paced combat that actually felt satisfying. But what really kept players hooked wasn't just the mechanics, it was the atmosphere. Every region felt different. Snow-covered mountains, dark dungeons, ancient ruins, burning landscapes. Each area introduced new enemies and new challenges. The soundtrack, enemy design, and environments worked together to create a world that felt alive. But it wasn't perfect. The game also had microtransactions and timers, and in the late game, some of them became extremely long. I still remember waiting hours just to remove charms from a weapon, sometimes up to 10 hours. But despite all of that, people stayed, because the game had something many modern mobile games still struggle to create: atmosphere. No game lives forever. Eventually, Dungeon Hunter 4 began showing signs that something was wrong. Updates became less frequent, the community slowly shrank, new Gameloft projects started receiving more attention, and mobile gaming itself was changing. The industry moved toward live service games, battle passes, and constant monetization systems. I remember one moment clearly. I tried installing the game on my tablet again, just to revisit it, but it didn't work. The download would reach 100%, then stop and show an error. That was probably the first real sign that its time was ending. Later, the servers were shut down completely, and with that, Large parts of the game stopped working. Upgrading gear, removing charms, combining items, many systems depended on servers, and without them, they were gone. After its shutdown, APK versions of the game started appearing online, most of them modified with infinite money and gems, just to bypass the systems that no longer worked properly. But it wasn't the same experience anymore. Dungeon Hunter 4 was a huge game for its time. Not perfect, not eternal, but unforgettable. And I'm honestly glad I experienced it when I did. Back when it still felt alive. This was the first Autopsy. If you enjoyed it, there are many more games waiting to be examined. I'm Autopsy, and this is where we uncover the stories behind the games we lost.